Thank you for joining us in this live stream. You're probably here because you want to make a difference somehow through what you do. But ask yourself, are you what you do, or do you do what you are? So here are some further questions to ponder on. So let's quickly watch this. Okay, our topic in this live stream is for YouTube experts, make a difference forever. So our my co-host Emmanuel is going to take us through how to make this difference. And let's just bring him on. Hi there, Emmanuel, welcome.
Hello, Linda, and to the viewers also, welcome to our live stream. This is going to be a live stream with a bit of a difference. And you probably would be wondering, and you might want to say, oh no, it's too long-winded. Hold in, hang on. We're going to share an interesting topic here, Linda, so I'm excited about this. I don't know about you, and thank you for hopping me into the studio.
Absolutely. Should I share the agenda that you can set the scene for us, Emmanuel?
Linda, just a moment before you do that. Thank you.
100%.
Okay, I'm going to trot on a different path this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, wherever you are in the world. So when you look at YouTube, you are going to find very many, and there I said very again, you are going to find many videos about doing this and doing that, and it's all about money. And what Peace Evolution is about is we say the person comes first. If the person is liking what they do, then automatically it would be a very different stance and approach to then make money. And this video and this live stream is going to be about, you might already, as you are watching this video or this live stream, you might already have thought about, not just today, not just last week, not just last month. In my own case, I asked this question when I was still a youngster. And the question was, what is the meaning of my life? Now, what we are going to put forward here today is that you are able to bring your YouTube expertise, whatever that expertise is. And it's not about making, it's about evolving inner peace. It's about evolving inner peace, starting with each individual, and also evolving inner peace with humanity. A few days ago, we had a similar video, but not for YouTubers. It was just in general about let's stop all wars. So the idea is there is another side to life, which I was privileged to discover and recognize. It was a heart-wrenching journey that I went on, I discovered something very unique. I'm excited about that uniqueness that I discovered. And here we are going to share that with you today. And we are going to touch on several points. Now, what I'd like to, just before Linda brings the agenda, I would like to add the point that is ticking at the bottom of your screen. If this content resonates with you, consider liking, sharing, subscribing, clicking the notification bell so that you are updated about any of our content. We bring out content regularly, and anything that you want to add in the comments about, oh no, you don't like this, or yes, you like this, or any comment that you want to pose to us, please do. And if you want to reach me personally, my email address is in YouTube under the About. It's also on our website, which is peaceevolution.com. You would find my name there. You would find my email address there. If you go to Facebook, you would also find it there, my email address. And we'd like, as Peace Evolution, we'd like to hear from you, especially if you're a YouTuber and you're an expert YouTuber and you've come to the conclusion that, geez, just working for money and just doing stuff for making money has lost its flavor for you. We are going today to, here in this live stream, give you a totally different side of the story. So if anything resonates with you, we'd like to hear from you. I'm going to pass back to Linda to show us the agenda of the topics that we are going to discuss today. So there we are. Want to make a difference? So let's have a look at the bottom there. It says YouTube experts make a difference forever. Not about making money, but making the difference, and consequent to making the difference, the money comes secondary. And here we apply that day to day, and we are going to, through this live stream, cover all those points. So if point number one, want to make a difference, if you tick that box already, this is the place for you. Then we also say, why recognize your uniqueness? We are going to discuss that as opposed to run-of-the-mill. People have said, oh, it feels like I'm running on a hamster wheel. Let's look at all of those things. Then why shift to your uniqueness? We are going to cover that as well. Then we are going to share with you the peace evolution recipe about evolving inner peace and how you address the different points that you might have been asking already. We are not wanting to twist your head or twist your brain or make you go into any direction. We are saying, if there is a chance that you have already asked certain of the questions that I'm going to show shortly, then this is the place for you. Then we have point number 5 there, make a difference forever, permanently. We are going to show you about that. And then the very last point is, if you are a YouTuber and you are wanting to make a difference, you may also find that it resonates with you what we do at Peace Evolution. Peace Evolution is not an organization about making money. It's an organization about evolving inner peace, and we are absolutely passionate about that. And if this resonates with you, then you are at the right spot, and all we ask is some patience for the duration of the live stream. It's probably going to be 1.5 hours or thereabout, while we dissect what peace evolution is about and what you would achieve by liking what you do and balancing that with making money. And that concludes the agenda points. So, Linde, I'm ready to start. Have you got something that you would like to add that I might have overlooked? And I said very so many times, I have to stop saying very.
I don't have anything to add to you setting the scene. I just want to let our viewers know that if the message resonates with them and they would like to contribute in this live chat, please do so. And then also, if you're watching the replay, we would ask you to also consider contributing there through super thanks. Okay, that's from my side. And Emmanuel, you can go ahead and dive in.
Right, let me dive in. So the very first point that we are going to look at is want to make a difference. So we are not saying you must make a difference. We are asking, maybe you have already considered that you want to make a difference, but you don't know how. Here is the place where we're going to very simplistically show you how. I'm of the opinion, and when I started my journey, I said, Emmanuel, but this is going to take 1,000,000 years. But the point is, I'm willing to walk this path, whether it takes 1,000,000 years or not. The thing is, as one person, it could take me 1,000,000 years. I would have passed long ago before the 1,000,000 years are up. If it's two, it might be 500,000 years, and I'm of course just being facetious here. If it's three of us, it could take 1/3 of 1,000,000 years. The idea is, as we become part of peace evolution and what peace evolution offers, eventually we would be enough. And if you're already a YouTube expert and you join us on this journey, you are going to be able to assist us with bringing our message to YouTube and using your skills. So even if it takes 1,000,000 years, then the other point that we say, even if you don't know how, that's also fine. Let's take it step by step and break down how this is done. So the first question that you might consider is, do you yearn for a different life? If the answer is no, then of course there's no need for you to be here other than just from a point of interest. If you are yearning for a different life, this is the place to be. Does it feel as if something is missing? If that's the case, this is the place to be. Do you often get bored? If that is the case, and does your life have meaning? If the answer to any of these resonates with you, then the next question is your life unique to you as your fingerprint? If it is not, this is the place to be where your life would be, and we are going to show you where it is as unique to you as your fingerprint. Are you living your uniqueness? The next step is creating a perfect balance between mind and body is the path of your unique life, not to your unique life, of your unique life. And the end result of that is evolving inner peace. So as I've been speaking now, if this resonates with you, then we'd like to hear more from you. And that concludes the first part, want to make a difference. Linde, back to you.
Thanks, Emmanuel. So for viewers, I think the three main questions that we are asking here is, does your life have meaning? Do you yearn for a different life, or does something feel missing? So again, if any of those answers resonate with your questions, then keep watching. Okay.
Linda, anything else? Otherwise, I'm jumping into the next step.
Yes, go for it, Emmanuel.
Thank you. So now, why recognize your uniqueness? Here are some things related to why recognize your uniqueness. As it says there at the ticker, if you're a YouTube expert, there is a good chance that you have a unique skill set. At Peace Evolution, we practice holacracy, which is a organizational process where it's a flat structure. There's no hierarchy like a traditional organization, and each person works autonomously on what they do. We actually call it not working, but collaborating. You are also going to have an opportunity about lateral thinking, thinking outside of the box, not thinking the way you do in a regular org, or if you are working for yourself, you are going to have lots of opportunity of lateral thinking. We also here at Peace Evolution look at the global maxima. Let me attempt to, in a moment or two, share what we mean by that. As it stands now, humanity is, for a very good reason, which we covered in a different video, and you are maybe going to find the video on the screen any moment now, and maybe not, but let's see if it pops up on the screen, where we perpetuate our belief of feeling unworthy. There we are, how we perpetuate the belief that we are unworthy. Now, at Peace Evolution, through the journey that we've been following, we've noticed there is another side to that. So humanity has reached a ceiling, and we are on a mission to show that we have reached the ceiling. And in that video that's up on the screen, we talk about how we perpetuate that ceiling that we've created. And what we want to attempt here, and what we are about, is to show how to pierce that ceiling, how to go past that ceiling of perpetuating the belief that we are unworthy, because the beauty of it is that that is based on a belief which is a figment of our imagination. It's not true. We are not unworthy. It's all a figment of our imagination. And we at Peace Evolution bring that message that it's possible to break through that ceiling where that is our belief, which is a figment of our imagination. Now, we are going to therefore show that there is something beyond that. And we are going to, if you look at how things evolve, we have local maxima and we have global maxima, and we are going to show how to get to that global maxima so that we are able to break and move past our belief of being unworthy, or that I'm a failure, or that I'm a nobody, or that there's no space for me, etc. Also, at Peace Evolution, we energize various roles. So one person could energize various roles, and that is not that anybody says, hey, you better do this, or hey, you better do that. No, it's not like that. As we discuss and as we have our meetings, you would come to the point and say, oh, I'd love to do this particular role, whatever that might be. And then it's up to you entirely. And you then become the master of that role. But there might also be another role altogether different. And I'm just giving some examples. You might be a YouTube expert, but you also like, for instance, you might, and I'm just giving an example, you might also be interested in designing a studio, a real life studio, or you might be interested in brand development. Now, you don't only have to be a YouTube expert, you could also energize the role of brand developer, the role of designing a studio. So we are not restricting or constraining anybody, but we, of course, we have a governance. We are going to talk about the governance a little bit later. The end result of everything we do is creating inner peace, starting with ourselves. So, of course, we co-create here in the sense that you saw Linde on the screen a moment ago, and now I'm on the screen also. And between the two of us, we, for instance, put together the live stream that you are watching now. And another colleague of ours, Pierre, I'm going to just quickly bring you onto the stage to say hi. Hi, Pierre. Pierre is part and parcel of preparing certain things for our live stream. So hello, Pierre, and thank you for your contribution to this live stream today. I see your connection is probably problematic, but if you're able to say hi, Pierre is not hearing us. Okay, so I'm removing him. And so we co-create in what we do. And then, of course, I asked this question earlier, something feels missing, and that might be a reason for you to explore liking what you do. We also say it takes brutal honesty and courage to see this thing that we are talking about. Maybe we could just put that image back on the screen, the image about how we perpetuate. There we are, how we perpetuate the belief that we are unworthy, and that unworthy you could replace with feeling a failure. You could replace that with different things like I'm a nobody, there's no space for you, I'm not good enough, any of those. Now, if you have brutal honesty and courage, would you be able to see past that to what we are going to show you? I already mentioned about working autonomously. No, I didn't. So here at Peace Evolution, we work autonomously. Each person knows about the role that they energize. And there we are. Look, we've got that interesting picture. The regular hierarchy of a org is that there's somebody at the top and then lots of people at the bottom. We say with holacracy, which is what we apply as a do-it-yourself. We do it all ourselves, and we then each person resonates and energizes a role or several roles, and that's how we do things together. That was a magic image that just popped out. Then we also work on the premise of nobody is left behind. We certainly address the root cause. My journey that I've been sharing here a little bit was about my personal passion about addressing root causes, and that is why I saw that we have this belief, and through that belief we perpetuate the feeling that we are unworthy. That's a symptom of something that's a figment of our imagination, and here we are going to be able to show you how to move past that. And of course, we enjoy the fruits of our labor, although we don't feel that it's labor, because we are energized from the vantage point of liking what we do. And here at Peace Evolution, you are also safe to be true to yourself. You don't have the notion of that there is a boss, that you need to leave your soul at the front door when you start your job in the morning. You are safe. And we look at something else as well, that you're able to be the difference. So you might have some vision, some dream, some daydream. We are going to assist you in unraveling what the meaning of that is, if you don't already know, and then you be the difference. The thing is, we collaborate, we do this together. You don't need to do it on your own. So how to look at that? How to make a difference when you don't know where to start. And here we are able to show you where to start, and we are all in the same boat. We are like-minded, and we say, if you have the expertise, join us. And you might see this video today or next week or next month. If this resonates with you, reach out. We would love to hear from you. You might be a subject matter expert. That is especially if you're an expert. At this stage, we are looking for YouTube experts. But you might be some other expert and you say, this resonates with you. I'm not a YouTube expert, but let me jump in. Reach out. We'd like to hear from you. You might be a social media expert. At the moment, we are a few of us doing all of this. So if you are some sort of expert, even a social media expert, we'd love to hear from you. I mentioned just now brand development. Now, here's the interesting point. Follow your dreams. Here we are, everyone interested in you following your dream. And if you don't know what your dream is, we are going to assist you to unravel what your dream is. If you don't know the meaning of your dream, or people have said to me, I don't dream. I want to say that's not possible. I'm going to, and every one of us here would assist in you coming to a point of recognizing your dream, and then you are able to follow your dream. And we are not standing in your way. We are all the time on each shoulder encouraging you for that. And then through that, of course, it's all about making a difference. So you might be yearning to make some difference. You don't know how. Here we are going to firsthand give you that opportunity. Well, not give you, but facilitate you so that you are able to see what is the difference that you want to make. And of course, as our name says, Peace Evolution, we are about evolving peace. We would like to say it like this: we evolve inner peace, starting with each individual and then evolving inner peace with humanity. And also, there are companies already thinking about and doing and having implemented reinventing organizations. Now, from what I have researched on this topic, peace evolution is taking it to the nth degree, where it's not about money, it's about people, it's about liking what we do, and the end result of that is you, as the individual, as unique as your fingerprint, you are here at Peace Evolution able to let that go wherever it takes you, and nobody's going to stand in your way. And in that way, we are reinventing organizations. It's not like the organization tells you what to do. What we do say is that our underlying reason for existing is evolving inner peace. And anything that you want to contribute around evolving inner peace, yes, that's what we want you to attend to. Okay, that's it from this section, Linda.
I just want to remind our viewers, so we spoke about why recognize your uniqueness. Do you realize that you are the only person on this planet that could bring your uniqueness? There's no one else like you. And then, Emmanuel, I just want to make a comment on your thinking out of the box. So at Peace Evolution, I just want to mention that there is no box to start off with. We just place the box there as with our own limitations, and it's a thing that we've created. But actually, there's no box. There's only who we are, and we are the source of our life. So yes, that's the comments I want to make on what you just shared with us, Emmanuel.
Isn't it interesting, Linda? I like how you say there isn't even a box.
Absolutely.
Okay. Linda, does that mean back to me?
Yes. Shall we just bring the agenda up again just to see where we're at?
Yes, please. Thank you, Linda, and also for that contribution about that there isn't even a box, about thinking out of the box. So what we've covered now is want to make a difference. So I just want to bring this up again. YouTube experts, make a difference forever. So want to make a difference. Why recognize your uniqueness? So we touched on these dynamics, and we are saying someone listening to our video, either this live stream or our replay video, might have thought about making a difference. Come join us and make a difference forever. We are mobilizing the forever making a difference. As I said there in the beginning, even if it takes 1,000,000 years. And of course, it's going to take courage and brutal honesty, and we are comfortable with that altogether. Linda, so we are now going to point number 3. Why shift to the uniqueness? That's the point that we are going to be looking at now. And just before we do that, I would like to come back to telling our viewers that if our content resonates with you, consider liking, sharing, subscribing, ringing the notification bell to get notified, and comment even if you disagree. We'd like to hear your stance and what you have considered as well on wanting to make a difference. So that's one thing we'd like to share. The other thing is, again, if our message resonates with you, consider supporting our channel with super chats. Thank you very much. And then the other side of things is, if this is the replay video, if our message resonates with you, consider consider supporting our channel with super thanks. And thank you very much. So I'm comfortable now, Linda, that we move on to the next point. Anything from your side before we jump into the next point? Right, Linda says, no, there's nothing. Why shift to your uniqueness? And this would be inspired by yourself. We are going to just provide you with a space where you are able to, whatever is inspired by yourself. And if you say, I'm interested, but I don't have the inspiration, we are going to assist you and guide you into that inspiration as from within yourself. And you are going to be part and parcel of evolving peace by humanity with humanity. So as I mentioned on the agenda, we've got a peace recipe. We are going to show you that peace recipe momentarily. And you have the opportunity to experience a different life. And you are also going to see that life can be different. And we have a book that talks about that. We are going to talk about it a little bit later. And then we focus on all of us liking what we do, and we are creating the space where you could also for you to like what you do. Okay, look at that. YouTubers, why you should like what you do. We created that video, and you are most welcome to take a look at that video. And consequently, you are going to live a life of meaning, and also you are going to see unconventional living, where it's not about proving anything to anybody, not to yourself or to anybody else. It's going to be a life where you live your creativity, where you live your innovation. And here you are able to see firsthand how that is done. And as it stands right now, we are building the foundation. And at the moment, we are focusing on YouTube. And that is why we are reaching out to experts on YouTube. And you would be part and parcel of creating a safe place. Here we also guide and facilitate everyone who has not got a vision to craft a vision. And of course, we are enticing you out of your conventional job. This is a tricky topic, but for now, just say we are playing open cards with you, no hidden agenda. We want to entice you out of your conventional job, but using your conventional skills and talents and temperament. And then we talk about and we hear about being present in your life. Here at Peace Evolution, that takes on a brand new, different meaning that you have not heard of before. I'm guessing. We also talk about that you are the creator of your life. We are touching on that a little bit further on again. So if you feel trapped on your journey, we are going to show you and facilitate, and through our videos, we have several videos already showing exactly the idea of feel trapped on your journey. And we don't just show you that, we also facilitate, if that's what you are interested in, for you to untrap yourself. We are not doing it for you. You are going to have the opportunity. Look at that. Fast track living a life of meaning. This is a self-discovery journey. It's not a journey where we are going to teach you new things. We are just going to assist you and facilitate to find and recognize what already exists within you. It's a life of creativity. It's a life of continuously creating. It's a life that requires letting go. So what we are saying is, in that video which we showed a little bit earlier about self-perpetuating the belief of feeling unworthy, what we are going to show is the dynamics of how that came about, how the figment of that imagination came about, the figment of your imagination came about, and we are going to show you and facilitate you. And if you are ready and you have the courage, you are able to let go. So this is the point about it requires letting go. And consequent to that, letting your innovation flow. That almost rhymes. That video that we keep on showing every now and then is also showing what drives our behavior. It was the same case with me, and with me looking at the root cause of things, we are going to share about that root cause which drives our behavior. And then you would be able to live your life in the absence of fear, the fear of the unworthiness or not being good enough or a failure or a nobody. And then you are able to move away from that and live in the absence of that fear. Linda, so that brings me to the end of this section. And I'm wondering, I'm going to ask you that same question again, Linda. And then I hear you pass it back to me each time. Do you feel we bringing across this message in simplistic terms? Because it's certainly not an easy topic to assist and guide and show people what is at the heart of how we live our lives. I mean, are we that presumptuous that we state those things in the meantime? We are creating a message in a way that would be easy to understand, but we've got to also talk about the difficulties about that and being presumptuous. And we are sharing from our own vantage points, and we are saying just maybe there's a chance that if it's so for us, it's also so for other people. And on that basis, we are taking some license in being presumptuous. But would you say we are presenting our message simplistically, Linde?
Well, from a personal bias view, I do think we present it simplistically. But I think we need to invite our viewers to come and experience this firsthand. Everything that Emmanuel is sharing here and that we are sharing with you comes from firsthand experience. And we are encouraging you to bring your uniqueness so that you can live this life of meaning. And we are simply providing a beautiful and very unique recipe to do that. So please, comment and let us know what your thoughts are on that. We would love to hear from you. And then, Emmanuel, I just wanted to ask or say this. In the beginning of this specific section, you mentioned that this inner peace is by humanity with humanity and not for humanity. Now, I would like us to elaborate on why we say it like that. And perhaps maybe you can touch on things like responsibility and accountability. And also one of the things we mentioned there was being the creator of your life.
Okay, Linde, thank you. That's a challenging and interesting point that you asked me about. Let me give it how shall I say, give it my best shot, but you're asking a few things in one. So let us say that the first point is from what Linde said there is, and we're going to touch on this a little bit later, but let me elaborate on it now. So first of all, we recognize that each of us is as unique as our fingerprints. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we also recognize that we are the source of our lives. Another very presumptuous statement, but we say we are the source of our lives. Nothing external to us, nothing else, not money, not what, anything that you read about, anything that you may be practicing today, we say each of us is as unique to us as our fingerprints, and we are the source of that. Now we also say we need nothing first to be ourselves. Linde, have we got that video nearby? So we need nothing first to be ourselves. Let me elaborate a little bit while Linde looks for that. You don't need anything to be, I don't need anything to be me. So let's look at this. We also have another similar one about we don't need anything first to be ourselves. Something like that, I forget now the exact name. The long and the short of the story is, if I'm the source and I'm unique to me as my fingerprint, then that means, there we are. You need nothing first to be yourself. So we've got those two videos talking about that topic. Now, when we brought that out the first time, people said, oh, but I need money. Oh, but I need this. Oh, but I need that. We don't need anything to be ourselves. So we are the source of our lives. Now, consequent to that, on an absolute clean slate, using our skills and our talents and our temperaments, we then create on top of that. Now, I also mentioned a little bit earlier, something feels missing or yearning for a different life, or what is the meaning of my life. So those are all things I walked with for many years. And in my journey, I then discovered, oh, wait, if I'm the source of my life, and that is a clean slate, and it is, you are the source of your life. Look at that. We've created such a video as well. So if we're looking at our fingerprints, then it implies that there is nothing that we need to then create. So we create from our heart through liking what we do, we then create. So the end result is we create, and we are the creator. Based on that, I want to use this term very loosely, nothingness. So from the nothingness, we then create the liking, through liking what we do, using our skills and our talent and our temperament, we then create. We innovate and create. And here at Peace Evolution, Linde, we of course facilitate and guide that strange phenomenon that we are talking about. Is it strange or what?
Indeed, indeed. Okay.
Linde, did I answer your question?
100%.
Okay. Okay, righty. Thank you. Linde, so then I would like us to move to the next point. Thank you for the agenda. There you see the point that we are going to talk about now is Peace Evolution's recipe, and followed by making a difference forever, and then joining Peace Evolution. So this particular live stream is about the conclusion you might even want to join Peace Evolution. So let's start with the Peace Evolution recipe. Linde, and before I continue, so these things that magically appear on the screen, I acknowledge you for that magicness. Thank you very much. And also for the interesting points that you bring when you hop into the studio with me.
It's a pleasure, Emmanuel.
righty. Okay. So the Peace Evolution recipe. So now please get yourself into a completely different mode. We are talking of the Peace Evolution recipe. I've now said very many things for almost an hour. Now we say, what is the recipe? How do we get to the point of liking what we do? How do we get there? Let's have a look. Base your life on liking what you do. That's the foundation of it, and that relates to you in the same way as your fingerprints. So, of course, we then have to look at how do you recognize liking what you do? And that is part and parcel of what we do here at Peace Evolution. That is part of our existence. And then it starts with recognizing your uniqueness. Now, we are going to assist and facilitate you to find for you to recognize your uniqueness. Consequent to that, oh, look at that, you are perfect and you don't need to prove it. So this is a completely different stance. You are perfect and you don't need to prove it. And that uniqueness that I was talking about, where you don't need anything first, we are going to assist and facilitate for you to see that dynamic. Part and parcel of that uniqueness is you recognizing your purpose. Now, when my journey started, I have to confess, any and everything that I mentioned here came from 3 questions. What is the meaning of my life? I then found that I yearned for a different life. I also found that something is missing. Now, all of that is encapsulated by when I recognized my uniqueness, I recognized my purpose, and you might ask, how did I find that? How did I recognize that? What was the process? Daydreams. I looked very, very carefully at my daydreams, and the undercurrent of my daydreams reflected that thing. And in that same video, we keep on referring to how we perpetuate our belief that we are unworthy. In that video, we discuss in depth how I felt I didn't have meaning, how my life felt, the origins, the root cause of I didn't feel that I had meaning. I felt that something was missing. I yearned for a different life. In that video, we dissected even further. I also spoke about, with Linda's question about recognizing you are the source of your life. Now, I feel that the things that we share here might be seen as arrogant, might be seen as presumptuous, might be causing controversy. Our stance is humanity as it stands right now does not have inner peace. By looking at humanity collectively, humanity does not have inner peace. If you look very carefully, that wars erupt every now and then, and as we speak here, there are at least 2 wars going on. We also discussed that topic about the wars and how we could stop all wars. Now, the thing is, you might feel we are arrogant or presumptuous or causing controversy. From our experiences, we are showing you the root cause. And in showing the root cause, you might say, oh, this is not for me, that's fine. Or you might say, oh, this resonates with me. And that's also fine. And if it resonates with you enough, and you have the courage and the brutal honesty, then at Peace Evolution, we are able to guide and facilitate you past the point of what we are talking about now, where you are able to recognize your uniqueness, recognize your purpose, recognize that you are the source of your life. We are also able to assist and facilitate you to craft your vision. And the outflow is you live your unique life. And you would then feel, oh, nothing feels missing in my life. As it says there, nothing feels missing in your life. You would also then see that the yearning for a different life stopped. You then live a life of meaning. And you, as it says there, you balance your lifestyle and liking what you do. So that is the Peace Evolution recipe. Linda, and it's magic how telepathically you just magically show the things that I'm talking about.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, so to our viewers, I just want to remind you, in the beginning, Emmanuel asked 3 pertinent questions that he asked in his own life, and that was, does your life have meaning? Do you yearn for a different life? Or does something feel missing? So at the crux of our Peace Evolution's recipe, this is what we want to share with you. And I guess those questions are the catalyst of where you find yourself in life. And we here at Peace Evolution has now created this platform so that you can come and explore those things. And Emmanuel, I know that you are going to share with us next how to assist and facilitate that, which I'm really looking forward to.
Linda, yes, but I'd like to just jump in quickly before we show the agenda again.
Sure.
That if the content resonates with you, you might want to do nothing further. However, consider liking, sharing, subscribing, ringing the notification bell to get notified, and commenting, even if you disagree. And we appreciate any of your comments. And as I also mentioned, if it resonates with you to the extent that you want to reach out, you could get my details. For instance, we also have it in the description of the video. However, you could get it on our website, peaceevolution.com, on our Facebook, on our YouTube channel. You get it anywhere, and get in touch if this resonates with you. Then furthermore, if it resonates with you, consider supporting our channel during the live stream, super chats. There we are, magically it appeared. And then also, if this is the replay video and our message resonates with you, consider supporting our channel with super thanks. There we are. Linda, so that concludes this particular part of the presentation. Let's have a quick look again at the agenda. So the next point that we are going to talk about is making a difference forever. So we are showing you two options. Point number 5 is making a difference forever. And we are going to show you, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, how you could do that. There is a free path. There is also a paid path. Or you might say, oh, wait, this resonates with me on more than one level. And we are also going to show you the path of joining Peace Evolution. So let me jump into it immediately and talk about the point there. Make a difference forever as guided by Peace Evolution, either the free or the paid version, and this is what it looks like. How do you recognize your uniqueness is where it's going to start. We are also in our material balancing your lifestyle and liking what you do. That's what we talk about. And of course, you could follow our material on YouTube, as Linda has shown all those different videos we've made. We also have a related playlist where we cover topics related to recognizing your purpose. We also, and you could find this in the description of the video, you could purchase the ebook, Life Can Be Different Conception, which is a reflection of my journey of how I navigated different paths. One path was almost just over 10 years where I thought, oh, I had discovered my meaning. I'm living it, only to then realize, no, my circumstances were conducive and therefore I was on a high as a result of that, and consequently it was not about my meaning. Now, we covered that in the book Life Can Be Different Conception, even those parts that I'm talking about now, and we then also show you in that book as an ebook the differences between the circumstances are conducive and we feel our life has meaning, the circumstances change and suddenly we feel we lost our meaning. Now that means we did not journey our meaning, our uniqueness. And out of all those things, in my own life, it was then the inspiration to write that book. If we take that a little bit further and we say, how else could you do this? Is in our membership here on YouTube. We have 4 levels, which is a step by step, and there we are. On clicking the join button, you could have a look at our 4 levels of membership. Level 1 starts the journey for you with that book that we showed you a few moments ago. Level 2 is how we perpetuate our belief that we are unworthy or not good enough or a failure. Level 4 is how we then also assist with and facilitate with recognizing your purpose. And level 4 is balancing liking what we do with making money. So the membership takes us from recognizing your purpose up to balancing making money and liking what you do. All based not on theory, but on a real life lived experience. And not treating symptoms, but addressing the root cause. And consequent to that, as I mentioned, nothing feels missing. Consequent to that, you stop yearning for a different life. Consequent to that, you live a life of meaning, and you evolve inner peace. And that brings us to the end of section 5. And Linda is back there. She's going to share something interesting, or she's going to say, Emmanuel, no, nothing interesting. You covered all the points, but let's hold thumbs that she's going to share something interesting.
No, just listening to you sharing how we can make a difference, and that's what this platform is all about. And remember, our topic is all about wanting to make a difference, and here's the opportunity to do it. Whether you are a YouTube expert or whether you are a designer or web developer or a Scrum Master or whatever your skills and talents and temperament are, here's a way to shift to making a difference. So to me, that's very exciting. Yeah, so let's move on, Emmanuel, to the next juicy part.
Right. Linda, so could we just for a moment again see the agenda just to see how we stitched it all together? So we went from, just a moment, there we are, YouTube experts make a difference forever, and it's all about evolving inner peace. Now we started that and we came to wanting to make a difference. We went through why recognize your uniqueness, why shift to your uniqueness. We shared the peace evolution recipe, and then making the difference forever. Now we are going to talk about you might want to join peace evolution. So let's look at what that looks like. At Peace Evolution, we are collaborative partners. Our roles, and each one of us is a collaborative partner, and we energize different roles. Now, and the energizing of different roles, especially the roles that resonate with us, that is where we are different from our hierarchical org, and we use the holacracy pattern, and you could read up on holacracy, the holacracy framework, and that is how we collaborate with each other. And of course, as a result of that, the collaborative partners are the lifeblood of peace evolution. Collaborative partners join peace evolution to express themselves while evolving inner peace with humanity. Now you might say, Emmanuel, how is it that my uniqueness would be evolving inner peace? That's part of the puzzle that we're going to show you, how all the building blocks of humanity fits together, and the yearning for a different life, and the asking something feels different, feels missing, and wanting or questioning what is the meaning of my life. All of that encapsulates that we are self-healing. Small example, if I hurt myself, if I cut myself, nature through me is going to heal that cut. And let's show how it works together. Let's assume I break my arm. Nature is going to heal my arm. Now, if I broke it badly and it's skewed, humanity through doctors have realized they would break the skew arm first, further, to straighten it before they put a stay on it, and then as a result of that, it would grow straight. So that's a beautiful example of how nature and humanity work together. Now, the end result of all of this is inner peace, and we would show you how that is an automatic outflow of you living your uniqueness. It cannot be any other way. If we take that to what I said earlier, collaborative partners are balancing liking what they do with making money. Collaborative partners run peace evolution based on a business model, a financial model, and governance. We also dissect that there is also through those three things, the financial model, which we've got lots of material on, the business model, which we've got a lot of material on, and also the governance, we then give you an opportunity to see how the business is put together. This business called Peace Evolution. And then the outflow is that we are autonomous within the governance. Collaborative partners also share the earnings equally. There's nobody here that earns more than anybody else. We share it equally. Earnings, T's and C's, and governance apply. So we also have that well documented, the governance, the T's and C's, how the earnings are shared equally. And then we came to this point. Anybody who joins us undertakes a collaborative partner onboarding digital course. This is not to catch you out, it's to fast track all the things that this organization, who is disrupting many things in that exists in terms of hierarchical organizations, and also organizations that primarily are focused on profit. We are not focused on profit. All we want to do is that as an org, we are able to pay our bills. As collaborative partners, we are able to pay our bills. It's not about a profit focus. We are not driven by making profits. And Linda, that concludes that particular point number 6. Anything from your side?
Yes, Emmanuel. So I'm just reminded of what you said right at the start of this live stream. And that is that I just want to remind our viewers that this is about evolving inner peace. That is ultimately what it's about. And as you mentioned, the world around us, we haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen that yet. We still have ongoing wars. We've got people destroying our planet. And there is this beautiful analogy that you always use, that like when there's a cancer in the body, the body would have self-healing elements that would help to minimize that cancer and eventually make it stop. And so in the same way, that is what we do as collaborative partners on this platform. We are part of solving the let's call it issues that we see in the world around us, but it starts with us. It starts with us, and that's just to say that we need to recognize something in ourselves, and that is why it's so important to see our own uniqueness. So I just wanted to emphasize that again and reiterate that. And that's all I want to add, Emmanuel. Thank you so much for everything that you shared.
Linda, and thank you too for all your commentary and assistance behind the scenes. A wonderful experience to see the two of us collaborate. And regrettably, Pierre advised me that he could not hear or see. He didn't even know he was on the stage or in the studio. And he also magically works behind the scenes in preparing each and every live stream that we have. So thank you, Pierre, in your absence.
Thank you, Pierre. And thank you to our viewers. And again, we would love to hear from you. So comment, please, even if you disagree. Okay, until next time. See you again.
Thank you.